like a dagger. The silence of the battlefield haunts me, echoing the ghosts of my past. Every scar, every wound, tells a story of pain, regret, and loss. But tonight, it's not the physical wounds that hurt the most. It's the weight of the memories, the burden of choices I can't undo, the faces I can never see again. I stand alone, the last night of a fallen order, staring at the empty horizon. The moon's pale light casts a harsh glow on the desolation around me, highlighting the ruins of what once was my home, my sanctuary. The castle walls that once stood tall and proud now lie in ruins, just like my spirit. I can feel the tears welling up, but I fight to keep them at bay. A night doesn't cry, they say. But what do they know about the pain that lingers long after the battle is over? As I walk through the remnants of the battlefield, I stumble upon a small locket, half buried in the dirt. I kneel down and pick it up, wiping away the grime to reveal the faces of a mother and her child. My heart shatters all over again. They were waiting for their loved one to return, but I failed them too. The guilt crashes over me like a tidal wave, nearly knocking me off my feet. How many lives have I indirectly destroyed? How many futures have I stolen with my mistakes? The weight of this locket feels heavier than any sword I've ever wielded. I find myself at the edge of a cliff, overlooking a sea of stars reflected in a dark, calm lake. The tranquility of the scene feels like a cruel mockery of the chaos inside me. I close my eyes, and the faces of the fallen flash before me, each one a painful reminder of my failures. I remember the laughter we shared, the dreams we spoke of, the bonds we formed. Now, all that's left are memories tainted by loss and the unbearable silence where their voices used to be. I scream into the void, a primal, anguished cry that seems to go on forever, yet it brings no relief. I sit by the remains of an old campfire, the ashes cold and lifeless, much like my heart. I see the shadows of my past selves around the fire, laughing, planning, dreaming of a future that will never come. My younger self, full of hope and ambition, looks at me with eyes full of questions and disappointment. What happened to us? Where did we go wrong? I reach out to touch those shadows, but they dissipate like smoke, leaving me grasping at nothing. The emptiness inside me feels like a bottomless pit, I wonder if I'll ever find peace, or if I'm doomed to wander these ruins forever, haunted by the ghosts of what might have been. I whisper to myself, my voice barely audible, "You are strong." It's a lie I need to believe, a lie that has kept me going all these years. But tonight, it feels hollow, empty. My strength feels like a distant memory, a flicker of light swallowed by the darkness. I remember the faces of those I loved and lost. My brothers in arms, my comrades, my friends. They believed in me, looked up to me, trusted me. And what did I do? I led them to their deaths. I can still hear their screams, see the fear in their eyes as they fell one by one. I was supposed to protect them, to lead them to victory. But I failed. I failed them all. "You're nothing but a fraud," I mutter, my voice filled with self-loathing. "You think you're strong? Look around. Look at the mess you've made. Look at the lives you've destroyed." The words sting, but they're the truth. And the truth hurts more than any sword ever could. I drop to my knees, the weight of my failures crushing me. The tears I've held back for so long finally break free, streaming down my face. I sob like a child, my cries echoing through the empty night. But in the midst of my despair, a flicker of resolve sparks within me. I can't change the past, can't bring back those I've lost. But I can honor their memory by moving forward, by fighting on. They wouldn't want me to give up, to wallow in self-pity. They would want me to rise, to stand tall, to keep fighting. "Get up," I tell myself harshly. "Get up, you coward. This ain't over, not by a long shot." I rise to my feet, wiping the tears from my face. The sadness is still there, the regret, the pain. But beneath it all, there's a fire, a burning desire to keep going, for them, for the ones who believed in me, for the ones who didn't get the chance to see another day. "You are strong," I repeat, and this time it feels a bit more real. You've been through hell and back. You've lost everything, but you are still here. That means something. That means you got the strength to keep fighting. I look at the ruins around me, the remnants of my past. They are a reminder of where I came from, of the battles I've fought, the sacrifices I've made. But they are not the end. They are the beginning of a new chapter, a new fight. I ain't done yet. I declare, my voice firm. I still got fight left in me, and I ain't gonna let their sacrifices be in vain. I'm gonna keep going, keep fighting, keep pushing, because that's what they would want. The wind picks up, rustling the leaves around me. It's as if the spirits of my fallen comrades are with me, urging me on. I can almost hear their voices, their words of encouragement, their belief in me. You are strong, I say once more, and this time I believe it. You are strong because you keep going, because you don't give up, because you fight even when it hurts. You are strong because you survive, because you rise from the ashes, because you face the darkness and don't back down. I take a deep breath, feeling the cold air fill my lungs. The pain is still there, the sorrow, the regret, but so is the strength, the resilience, the will to keep fighting. I ain't gonna let you down, I promise, looking up at the night sky. I ain't gonna let any of you down. I'm gonna keep fighting, keep pushing, keep moving forward. For you, for all of you. The tears come again, but this time they are tears of resolve, of determination. I am a knight, a warrior, a fighter, and I will not let the darkness consume me. I will rise. I will fight. I will survive. You are strong, I whisper one last time, feeling the truth of the words. You are strong. And with that, I step forward, ready to face whatever comes my way, ready to fight, ready to be the knight they believed in, ready to be strong.
Time is the most precious commodity we've got, yet most of you waste it like it's infinite. You sit there staring at screens, chasing desires and trivial things that don't mean shit. You think you're doing something important, but you're just part of the 90% of failures who let life pass them by. 90% of people are failures. Yeah, you heard me right. They spend their lives following bullshit, wasting time on crap that doesn't matter. They sit in front of screens, binge-watching, gaming, scrolling through endless feeds of meaningless content. They're slaves to their desires, trapped in a cycle of instant gratification that keeps them weak and complacent. It's pathetic. Think about it. How many hours do you spend on your phone, your computer, your TV? Add it up. and you'll see you're pissing away a massive chunk of your life. The average person spends over 6 hours a day in front of a screen. That's 42 hours a week, 168 hours a month, 2,016 hours a year. In a decade, that's over 20,000 hours. 20,000 hours of doing nothing but staring at a fucking screen. And for what? To keep up with the latest trends? To know what your friends are doing? To escape reality for a few hours? It's a joke. Meanwhile, the elite 10% are out there, making moves, controlling the world. They're the ones who see time for what it is, a tool, a weapon, a means to power. They understand that every second counts, and they don't waste it on trivial shit. You know why they're successful? Because they focus on what's important. They set goals, they work hard, they make sacrifices. They don't let distractions pull them away from their path. They know that the road to success is paved with discipline, determination, and a relentless drive to be the best. They don't waste time on petty desires or trivial pursuits. They invest their time in things that matter, things that bring real results. You think you can become one of them by sitting on your ass and scrolling through social media? Think again. Success requires effort. It requires focus. It requires you to give up the comforts of a mediocre life and embrace the grind. It requires you to look at yourself in the mirror and ask, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Look at the numbers. The top 10% control 90% of the world's wealth. They're the ones who run the companies, make the decisions and shape the future. They're the ones who get shit done, while the rest of you are wasting time on bullshit. They're the ones who live their lives with purpose, while you drift through yours without direction. Think about it. While you're watching that latest Netflix series, they're closing deals. While you're playing that video game, they're building empires. While you're checking your social media feeds, they're making connections that will last a lifetime. They're the sharks in the water, and you're just a guppy swimming around aimlessly. Success isn't handed to you on a silver platter. It's earned through blood, sweat and tears. It's earned by making the hard choices, by sacrificing your comfort for your dreams. It's earned by getting off your ass and putting in the work, day in and day out. It's earned by saying no to the distractions, the temptations, the bullshit that tries to pull you away from your goals. Look at the stats. 80% of millionaires are self-made. They didn't get there by luck or by chance. They got there by hustling, by grinding, by refusing to let anything stand in their way. They got there by understanding that time is their most valuable asset and by using it wisely. They got there by being part of the elite 10% who control the fate of the 90% who waste their lives on trivialities. You want to be successful? You want to be part of that elite 10%? Then stop wasting time. Stop following your petty desires. Stop spending hours in front of screens, doing nothing of value. Get up, get out, and start working on your dreams. Start taking control of your life, your time, your destiny. Start being the master of your own fate, instead of a slave to the bullshit that's holding you back. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. but nothing worth having ever is. You have to be willing to put in the work, to face the challenges, to overcome the obstacles. You have to be willing to push yourself to the limit, to go beyond what you thought was possible. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices, to give up the comforts of the present for the rewards of the future. Look at the numbers again. The average person works 40 hours a week, but the successful ones, they put in 60, 70, 80 hours. They outwork the competition. They outthink the competition. They outlast the competition. They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint. They understand that every hour, every minute, every second counts. Take a hard look at your life. Where are you wasting time? What distractions are holding you back? What trivial pursuits are keeping you from achieving your goals? Identify them, eliminate them, and focus on what truly matters. Focus on your dreams, your goals, your vision for the future. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself. One who doesn't settle for mediocrity. One who strives for greatness. You want to be part of the elite 10%? Then act like it, live like it, think like it. Be relentless in your pursuit of success. Be disciplined in your use of time. Be ruthless in eliminating distractions. Be dedicated to your goals. Be willing to do whatever it takes to achieve them. Look at the world around you. It's filled with mediocrity, with people who settle for less, who accept the status quo. Don't be one of them. Be the exception. Be the one who rises above, who breaks free from the chains of complacency, who achieves greatness. Be the one who looks back on their life with pride, knowing they gave it their all, knowing they left nothing on the table. Remember, time is your most valuable asset. Don't waste it. Don't squander it on trivialities. Use it wisely. Use it purposefully. Use it to build the life you want. Use it to become part of the elite 10% who control their destiny, who shape their future, who achieve their dreams. Use it to become successful. Stop following the crowd. Stop doing what everyone else is doing. Stop living a life of mediocrity. Start living a life of purpose, a life of meaning, a life of success. Start being the person you were meant to be. The person who doesn't waste time, who doesn't follow desires, who doesn't settle for less. Start being the person who achieves greatness. Look at the numbers again. The top 1% of earners in the world make more money than the bottom 90% combined. That's not a coincidence. That's the result of hard work, of focus, of dedication. That's the result of understanding the value of time and using it wisely. That's the result of being part of the elite 10% who control the fate of the 90%. Who waste their lives on trivialities. Don't be part of the 90%. Be part of the 10%. Be part of the elite. Be successful. Use your time wisely. Focus on your goals. And never ever settle for less. Be the best. Be the greatest. Be successful. And when you look back on your life, you'll know that you gave it your all, that you left nothing on the table, that you achieved your dreams. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to be successful. You have the power to be part of the elite 10%. Use it. Use it wisely. Use it now. Don't waste another second. Don't let another moment slip by. Take control of your life, your time, your destiny. Be successful. And remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a journey that requires hard work, dedication, and a relentless drive to be the best. It's a journey that requires you to make the most of every second, to eliminate distractions, to focus on your goals. It's a journey that requires you to be part of the elite 10%, to control your fate, to shape your future. So what makes a person successful? It's not luck, it's not chance, it's not talent. It's hard work, it's focus, it's dedication. It's using your time wisely, eliminating distractions, and never settling for less. It's being part of the elite 10% who control the fate of the 90% who waste their lives on trivialities.
Tonight,
it's being relentless in your pursuit of greatness, disciplined in your use of time, and ruthless in eliminating distractions. It's being the best version of yourself, the one who doesn't settle for mediocrity, the one who strives for greatness. You want to be successful? Then stop wasting time. Stop following your desires. Stop spending hours in front of screens doing nothing of value. Get up, get out, and start working on your dreams. Start taking control of your life, your time, your destiny. Start being the master of your own fate, instead of a slave to the bullshit that's holding you back. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. Nothing worth having is always. You have to be willing to put in the work, to face the challenges, to overcome the obstacles. You have to be willing to push yourself to the limit, to go beyond what you thought was possible. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices, to give up the comforts of the present for the rewards of the future. Look at the numbers again and understand what is happening around you. Don't be afraid.
Kid, I've been around long enough to see the dreams of men crumble like dust in the wind. I've seen hope extinguished, and I've seen lives wasted. And I'm telling you now, before it's too late, be a wolf before the wolves eat you. You're standing at the crossroads, aren't you? Life's beaten you down, you're bruised, broken, and all you want to do is lay down and quit. But let me tell you something from one who's seen the darkness. Quitting is for the weak, for the prey. And in this world, kid, the weak don't survive. They get torn apart piece by piece by those who are hungrier, more ruthless. You think you've had it tough? You think life's been unfair to you? Join the club. Every scar you carry, every pain you feel, every nightmare that haunts you, I've been there. Hell, I've lived there. I've seen comrades fall, dreams shattered, and futures stolen. And you know what kept me going? The cold, hard truth that nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Look around you. This world is a battleground, and you're either a predator or prey. The strong dominate, the weak perish. It's harsh, it's brutal, and it's real. You think you can coast through life on dreams and good intentions? Get real. Those wolves out there, they're not waiting, they're hunting. And if you're not ready to fight, if you're not ready to become a wolf yourself, you'll be their next meal. You see these eyes? They've seen more pain than you can imagine. They've seen the despair of lost battles and the emptiness of broken promises. And yet, here I stand. Why?
Because I learned the hard way that in this world, you've got to be tougher than the pain. You've got to rise above the hurt, the loss, the endless nights of doubt and fear. You've got to stand up, grit your teeth, and face the storm head on. I've seen too many good men fall because they didn't have the guts to stand up and fight. They let the fear, the pain, the despair consume them. And you know where they are now? Forgotten, buried under the weight of their regrets. Don't be one of them. Don't let the darkness win. You think you can't do it? You think you're not strong enough? That's the fear talking. That's the prey inside you whispering lies. You've got more strength in you than you know. It's buried deep under all that doubt and fear. But it's there. You've just got to dig it out, bring it to the surface, and let it roar. Look at yourself. Really look. You've got fire inside you, a fire that can light up the darkest night. But you've been dousing it with your tears, your self-pity, your endless excuses. Stop it. Stop feeding the fear. Feed the fire. Let it burn. Let it drive you. Let it turn you into the wolf you need to be. Life's not going to give you what you want. You've got to take it. You've got to fight for it, claw for it, bleed for it. You've got to be willing to do whatever it takes, to go through hell and back, to stand tall when everything around you is falling apart. Because if you don't, those wolves will sense your weakness and they'll come for you. They'll tear you apart, and they won't stop until there's nothing left. You want to survive, you want to thrive, then be a wolf. Embrace the pain, the struggle, the fight. Use it, let it fuel you, let it make you stronger. Don't shy away from it, don't run from it. Face it. Face it with everything you've got, and then some. Because that's what it takes. That's what it means to be a wolf. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Hell, it's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. But it's worth it. Every scar, every tear, every drop of sweat and blood, it's all worth it. Because when you come out the other side, when you stand there, battered and bruised but unbroken, you'll know you've earned it. You'll know you're a survivor, a fighter, a wolf. So what's it going to be, kid? You gonna lie there waiting for the wolves to come and tear you apart? Or are you gonna stand up, face the darkness, and fight like hell? The choice is yours. But remember this, in this world, only the strong survive. Only the wolves thrive. Be a wolf before the wolves eat you. Stand up, fight back, and show this world what you're made of. Because if you don't, if you let the fear, the pain, the doubt consume you, you'll end up like so many others, broken, defeated, and forgotten. Don't be one of them. Be a wolf, be relentless, be unstoppable, and show those wolves that you're not their prey, you're their worst nightmare. Get up, fight, and never ever give up, because in the end it's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's what it means to be a wolf. That's what it means to survive.